Alright, so, we're back with another tier list video. By the time you're watching this, I should have I released my imp tier list, which I'll put right up there. I'm pointing at my screen. But this time, I have another Percy with me. Say hello, Golden Ungy.
Hello.
He says hello. He is a very good Super Brainz player on a PC. And we're gonna go over them. So, here we go.
Doing it well.
Alright, so regular Super Brainz. This guy, he's going... Yeah, he's going in S tier. He's solid. His 3-punch combo does 98 damage with damage upgrade. His beam up close, like near up close range, deals like 7s and 6s. Now that is really good. And if you're playing Super Brainz without using your beam...
That's like mid-range, yeah.
Oh, I like mid-range. And you have to use your beam as Super Brainz because you have to. Like, even though it does like no damage, it still scares people off. And he has a really good beam. A good damage, he's a solid character.
Yeah, and it's really good for corner picking too.
Corner picking is a bitch.
And at max ramp up, you get maximum 9 damage with damage upgrade.
And with damage upgrade. And what do you think, Gold?
Oh no, oh yeah, I think it's a perfect placement.
A perfect placement? Let's go. And now we have Cozmic Brainz. This guy is going in the A tier. And I will explain why I have my placement here. One of the hardest characters in the game to play. He has 3 charges. His single punch, which everyone spams for some reason.
Single punch not that useful. It's only useful for finishing off a target you know that's low enough.
The uppercut, the 49 damage one, is the one you want to be using.
Yeah, the second punch, yeah. That's the main punch you use.
It does a lot of damage, base damage, and then you have the last punch, the 77 damage punch, which is used for engaging fights and can be a really good for starting a fight. It's a 77 and then 49.
Yeah. You wanna charge it prematurely. You don't want to charge it like when someone's already seen you. If someone's already seen you, then either you second punch or try and beam him down because his beam does way more damage than Regasby's beam. However, it's not actually a beam. It's more of like a pulse splitter, kind of like Sunflower's pulse shots. So it's kind of misleading the title there. But if you know how to aim with the shots, then it's really good because that damage, that DPS though, that's pretty high. And honestly, I would argue him being next to Super Brainz.
Really, an S tier?
Yeah. Obviously, you know, there's a whole exception. Oh, he's only good in lag. Even without lag, I still think he's pretty good. He can't kick and charge in midair like he normally can, but like you don't need to do that. You can still charge prematurely around the corner or something like that because you can still surprise people with him. You can still drop down and charge punch someone. You just can't jump. One-shotting or two-punch light classes like Pea Shooter, Rose, Sunflower, Cactus, and in higher health classes, it'll just take an extra punch. And with Citron specifically, and I guess Torchwood, you want to use Ultra Ball after a charge punch, get them really low in health, and then finish them off.
All right, next we got Electro Brainz. This guy.
This guy.
I don't think he's even worth of A tier, but
No.
B tier. This guy is not that great. He's advertised as an electric variant, an electric class, but his chain damage is how much, Gold?
On his beam, I think it's 3 or 4, whichever one, I don't remember. I don't really play this character because he's kind of just the worst Regasby. And his fist chain damage used to be good, and now it's pitiful. Now I know that was 3 damage. I don't know why Popper decided to change that. It was fine the way it was. Literally, you go close to plants, and you're supposed to do damage to them, but the chain lightning doesn't reward you for that. So what's the point? I do like his beam though. It is pretty nice. Especially, it's pretty niche, but it's nice against sunflowers when they have a heal flower next to them. You just shoot the heal flower and they'll take chain lightning damage. It's really funny. But that's pretty much it. That's the only good thing about him.
Alright, Toxic Brainz. This guy. Big man right here. He is either in the S tier or the SS tier. I can never decide where he goes.
Now his killing spree, like him be able to just like kind of mold the entire team if they're not prepared for him, is insane. But he also gets counted harder than you would think, so maybe top of S tier. Like I think he's still definitely the best Super Brainz. I don't know what people are smoking nowadays, saying he's not the best Super Brainz. It's actually Reg or Party, but no, it's still toxic because 10 punches to get a meter with the meter upgrade. Come on, and it's really not hard to get it, especially if you see a heal flower or a vase weed. You just gotta do one punch. Just use one punch and get that meter charge. And make sure you save one. Make sure you save one charge later, because then when you come up against someone, all you need is one punch to get your meter, and then bam, you surprise them. Yeah. Keep in mind, he's the only legendary character that if you die and you get revived, you will not maintain your meter. You have to get it in one life, even if you get rezzed, you still doesn't count. You have to get it without dying at all. Oh yeah, and when he has his meter, his beam becomes insane, becoming an actual beam and doing pretty much the same amount of damage as Cozmic's, but at a higher rate. So he has definitely the highest DPS when it comes to his beam with the meter. Without it, the beam is as good as a harassment tool, but it's not like regular Reg SP's beam where it does a lot of damage. It's just a harassment tool.
All right, Party Brainz, this guy. It's gonna look weird having 4 people in S tier though, no?
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of happens in tier lists. You're just playing regular server range, except you get rewarded for having a 5 kill streak. You will have a 1 less damage beam, which can suck sometimes, but it's not that bad. But like, I think just because of that factor alone, I'd say they're about even. Because like, party time isn't the most impactful thing, but it can't be a decent impact on an enemy team.
And now we have Breakfast Brainz. This guy is going here. No, I'm kidding. He's going to here.
Yeah, he's the weakest one out of all of them. Even though he's on buff the most, he's still the weakest one. And do not listen to the damage numbers. They don't actually add up. They just add up in terms of visually. Like, they don't actually do like 6, 12, and 18. You know, they actually just do 6. So don't listen to damage numbers. Now, a little rant to this character, how PopCap treated him. I don't like how the longer you punch, the slower you get. I think that's very counterintuitive to how you're supposed to play SB, because you're supposed to get in their face. In my opinion, it should be the opposite. The more he punches, the faster he gets, because like he's still gonna overheat eventually. But his beam is, it's kind of like a worse version of a Cozmic Brainz, because it's not an actual beam as well. This is projectiles, and even then, its damage is pitifully low. Like up close, it's a massive like what, 6 as well, or 7 maybe. I don't know. I don't really play much of this character because he's not good. Oh yeah, and another thing about him, he can't punch him in air. All the other SBs can, well, besides Cozmic, but that's different. But he can't punch him in air. So that's another factor that really bad about him, is he can't even challenge people in the air like other SBs can. All he can do is really just heroic kick them. Or ultra ball them, but good luck doing that in a random fight. So he has really nothing going for him. So yeah, you just pick any other SP if you want to do better.
And with that is pretty much the SP tier list here. No one's in S. It looks a little wonky. We have no one in A tier, no one in S tier. I want to say bye. Bye.
Yep. Bye. Be sure to like, subscribe to Drybones, and you could subscribe to my channel too. Even though I don't upload that much, but yeah.
I didn't tell him to say that, but let's go. All right. I see you in the next one. Woo!